Hey RV family, keep it tight. My name is Jay Morris, the review guy, reviewing music for the love of music, and I'm back again to bring you another video. And in this one I'm going to be covering the new My Dying Bride album entitled Macabre Cabaret. Brand new EP from the long-running English doom and gothic metal band My Dying Bride. I did not cover the Ghost of Orion, which is their most recent full-length that dropped back in March because, for lack of better words, I just wasn't that impressed by it. While I admire My Dying Bride from afar nowadays, I feel as if their sound has just grown so more dull as the years have rolled by, because I always have the notion now that they're being restrained in some way, or they're just presenting the bare essentials from their respective genres and nothing more. So what makes me want to cover this EP? Well, mostly it's because of the background. Well, as it goes, Aaron Stainthorpe's daughter, very young daughter, was locked in a battle with cancer shortly after the release of their 2015 record, Feel the Misery, and only recently has been in remission. And on a track here, although it is very, very low in the mix as stated by Aaron, she actually does sing on this record. Not only is just the mere thought of that powerful enough to move fucking mountains, but just the triumphant connotation evokes so much positivity for a band that is so dark and so evil sounding, for a band that is so dark that is just a powerful background to say the least. That being said, Aaron has stated that that did not play a big role in this EP. That the strife this was born out, the pandemic, the fear, the confusion, the havoc, and everything in between is the major driving force of this record, not necessarily his daughter's battle with cancer. And perhaps for you guys, because I know at the time I did get quite a few requests to cover that record, the Ghost of Orion, consider this my general commentary of how I feel about My Dying Bride nowadays as a whole, as my thoughts of that record align pretty closely with how I feel about this EP. I will give them this, on 3 tracks in 21 minutes, they do seem a little bit more digestible, but that is not saying much considering I feel like the bar was pretty low on their recent full length. Low, murky riffs that just plod along. Understated, at times monotone vocals that are still very Victorian in tone, so that sometimes give way to harsher death metal growls. But the major issue with the Ghost of Orion is still very prevalent here, and I don't want to compare the two that much, but it is so prevalent, the payoff. My Dying Bride has had so much trouble with payoff as of late, and this EP suffers from the very same thing, and I want to highlight that. It might seem like a moot topic to so heavily focus on one specific section of this and dissect that to hell, but considering it gets in the way of every track here, as well as most, if not all, of the tracks on their last album, it's necessary. These tracks feel like they are infinitely building up a tower, up, and up, with an infinite number of stairs that are just winding, and you keep going up, but you can never ascend. It's like a Category 5 hurricane that never makes landfall, so you can never feel the full impact of the winds. You see the eye, but it never even matters. It's like a monster that's caged up in the distance, and you just hear it howling so ferociously and viciously, but you never actually get to see what you are up against. The amount this record swells, and their last record, I can't get over. And these analogies, I hope, can properly explain things. Don't get me wrong, My Dying Bride, one of the best bands to take death metal, gothic music, and doom metal and just smash it all together. But if nothing else, I just have to applaud their ability to just limply ragdoll into a pit of non-progression and monotone delivery. Not to mention a repetition such as on A Secret Kiss. The blue balls this track gives me is just unreasonable and frustrating. And don't get me twisted, this is coming from someone who avidly loves both doom metal and funeral doom metal, which is even slower. Slow isn't the issue. Slow is wonderful. Atmosphere is great. When you can cause a tension to build in your bones on a record, that's fantastic. Don't mistake me when I say that slow is not the enemy of this record. It is the way that they feel perfectly content with running their tires through the mud and hoping that they're going to be able to dig themselves out of a musical ditch. And then you have the vague ender, A Purse of Gold and Stars. This is a purely gothic, ominous track that features Aaron performing slightly at times sung spoken word with an instrumental that seems perfectly at home in like the OST of a tragedy anime. The vagueness of the lyrics and the nondescript nature of the instrumental make this EP leave on such a sour note. Unfortunately, I just cannot get over how lackluster this feels. And honestly, I felt the same way about Ghost of Orion, so this isn't some new development development. That's the exact reason I didn't cover that record, is because I just felt like I did not have anything positive to really say about it. Like I said, they're very good at what they do in terms of merging the styles, but they have grown so tiresome. And if you're gonna listen to a My Dying Bride record, listen to one of their early ones, listen to one of their mid ones. They are selling themselves short so hard here. I'm going to be giving this EP a 3 out of 10. And that is a wrap. Have you heard this new My Dying Bride record, Macabre Cabaret? If you have, let me know in the comment section below what you thought about it. I would love to discuss this record with you. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to join the review family today, and smash that notification bell to be notified of my future uploads. You know who it is. My name is J Morris, the Review Guy, and I'm signing off saying farewell.